Hey everybody, welcome to Planetary Awareness YouTube channel. My name is Dave and I'm here at my farm, Planetary Farms, and it's a lovely day. We're here, it's fall, it's cooling down a little bit, and we're just enjoying being out here in the garden, engulfed in nature, just surrounded by fruit trees, and we just want to welcome you on this journey that we're on here and talk a little bit about what we're doing. We're hoping to inspire you, to encourage you to eat healthy, to live healthy, to maybe grow your own food, and just to learn about what's possible out here when you have your own garden, your own farm, whatever you have. You can make use of your property and your space. So here at Planetary Farms, we focus on lots of different varieties, and everything is organic. We're not certified organic, so we don't use harmful chemicals or sprays. And we're here just growing many different varieties of really good quality. We have a nursery as well where we sell fruit trees and such. And we have our hemp growers registration, so we do grow legal hemp. And you know, I started this farm just basically with a little garden, just a love, a passion for it, and just kept planting more and more fruit trees, and this is what it turned into. So you can visit Planetary Farms on Facebook, and another thing I'll mention is I have a non-for-profit organization called Organic Land that I work with, and essentially we help raise money for education, to teach people how to grow their own food, and we also provide organic food to food pantries, to people that can't necessarily afford to buy quality food. So I thought I mentioned Organic Land as well. And here at Planetary Farms, we're doing a farm to table event called Plants to Table, October 18th. And you can buy your tickets on Eventbrite. We'll put the link up in the description as well. So yeah, lots going on here. We do produce box deliveries, we do farmers market, we sell fruit trees, we grow the hemp, and we're also building a geothermal greenhouse where we're going to be growing tropical fruit trees. So yeah, there's a lot going on here, and I just want to welcome you guys to the channel if you're new here, and we'll start the farm tour. Okay, so here's going to be our geothermal greenhouse. So we've started excavation here. It's a very big hole, and it's going to be 7 feet underground, 8 feet above ground, 17 feet wide, and 102 feet long. So it's a pretty big project here, and the reason we're doing this is so that we can grow tropical fruit trees. We're going to be growing all kinds of citrus, avocados, bananas, papayas. We'll put figs in there and many other varieties as well. And basically it's going to be like a little tropical forest, food forest inside here. And I was inspired by going out to Nebraska and seeing them grow these fruit trees where it gets down to negative 30 degrees, picking an orange right off the tree, and it was just super delicious, and I couldn't believe it. And that's a greenhouse in the snow, and we can put a link up for that as well. So yeah, we're starting excavation here. We're hoping it'll be done in the next couple weeks. So here is where our event space is going to be for the farm to table event, Plants to Table. We'll have tables out here at least 6 feet apart, practice social distancing, all that sort of thing. We're going to have a movie projection screen back here, maybe a little stage area. We're going to have an outdoor grill, cooking area as well. We actually got a little smoker going down there that we built. There's honeybees. We are building an outdoor bathroom. kind of our little nursery section over here. Mushroom logs. Got plenty of wood chips and compost. Lots of other organic matter that we put in the garden. Alright, so here I'm pretty excited. We're focusing on some really awesome exotic turmeric varieties. So this turmeric came from a good friend of mine who brought it up from Florida. So there's like black turmeric, white turmeric, purple, blue turmeric. It's pretty wild. I didn't even know these things existed, but you know, there's so many varieties out there of all different things, you know. Even with the watermelon, you got white watermelon, yellow, orange. So I encourage you guys to to look into varieties, because there's so much you can grow. These we're gonna dig up and bring into the greenhouse after it's built and plant them in there. But yeah, we also got peanuts growing in between the turmeric here. We got ginger, we got some ginseng. And this area of the food forest is basically going to be persimmons with these bush cherries as an understory. And then, you know, we got our annuals, our celery, our carrots, our squashes, our Swiss chards, you know, we had lots of good healthy broccoli and cauliflower before they got eaten up. But yeah, so, you know, the trick is plant your fruit trees, your perennial fruit trees, and then you can make use of all the space in between to plant your annual vegetables. And you know, your herbs and your flowers and all kinds of stuff. So, you know, over here we're going to have pawpaws with the bush cherries and autumn olives. But now, you know, we can make use of the space and plant peppers and our broccolis and our squash and keep it moving. I'm really excited about this section. So these are our apple trees. So most of them are looking really healthy. And that's because of the wood chip mulch. You know, the wood chips, and I say it in every video, that's like the secret to the whole operation here, is building our foundation, putting our organic matter down, which is going to break down and feed the soil, turn in the soil, keep in all the water, you know, retain the moisture, the airflow, and just basically protect, you know, be the covering for the soil. It's like the skin of the earth, you know. And I love to point out this, you know, we got things like the silverberry, the autumn olive, the goomy berry. These things are nitrogen fixers, so they fix the nitrogen, they help the plants grow better and stronger, and they produce an edible berry. So, yeah. You know, we can grow things like potatoes, like and watermelon, you know, right underneath the fruit trees. Just have it grow all together. You know, I keep the trees short and bushy. You know, prune them low so they branch out, and then they're easier to maintain. We can have more varieties planted closer together. Over here we have our okra with sweet potatoes growing underneath. So that'll be really nice to have a big sweet potato harvest. I'm hoping in time for our event next month. We got lots of nice herbs that are still going strong in here. This is called cinnamon basil. Smells absolutely amazing. Got lots of fun stuff in here, like our yard-long noodle beans, our cucumber watermelon, or watermelon cucumbers, I should say. Little teeny watermelons you can just pop in your mouth. So good. We're even making pickles out of those. But yeah, making use of the vertical space. can see this is Tomato Alley. Just, you know, we've harvested hundreds of pounds of tomatoes. Had about 400 or 500 tomato plants and about 25 varieties of heirlooms. Every single color you can imagine. So yeah, it's been a lot of work, but you know, it gets easier as you learn to work with nature more and more, and especially putting down the right foundation, like I said, with the wood chips, the mulch. And you can use anything. You can use straw, leaves, whatever it is. You can just put it down, cover the soil, retain the moisture, feed it. So, yeah, we'll move on. Alright, so here in this section we have blueberries growing, and I planted those a few years ago. They're doing well. We planted blueberry hemp actually right next to it, and it's been doing very well. We've been harvesting actually a lot already off of these plants, so they look a little smaller, but these things tend to get really bushy, and yeah, we got some good product out of these already. And you know, watermelons are just sprawling out everywhere, cantaloupes. And we've been getting quite a bit. Mexican sunflowers are quite nice. So, as you can see, we just have food everywhere. All kinds of cherries, plums, cherries crossed with plums. We call them plueries. Pluots, more types of peaches, and back there's more pears, Asian pears, European pears. We got pomegranates, cold hardy pomegranates in there. So lots of different varieties of fruit trees, and I'll tell you, this was just a lawn last year. So it went from a lawn to a food forest in just 1 year. And you can do this with any place that has grass. You know, just get your cardboard or your contractor's paper, lay it out on the grass, cover it with the wood chips, and walk away, and then come back in the spring and you got yourself a garden. Get some compost and you're good to go. So yeah, you know, it's very simple. It's a little bit of work up front, but you guys can do this too, and I would encourage you to make use of your lawn. Turn it from a monoculture of grass into a food forest. And it's pretty simple. So the fig plant is a wonderful plant to grow. They're easy to grow. They fruit on first year's wood. And I encourage everybody to grow figs. They can be kept short, bushy, and you can even plant them very close together. We have our figs here growing 2 feet apart, and we just prune them properly, and we can get lots of figs in a small space. You can protect them over the winter or not. They might die to the ground, but they'll come back every year. And the trick is to pinch them, meaning take the leaves, pinch the top off the branch around early July. That way you get the fruit to produce in the ripening time. And yeah, I could talk about figs for a while. I just had to mention them because they're my favorite fruit. We have probably 100 different varieties here on the farm, and we're going to keep on planting more and more figs over the years. So definitely consider getting a fig tree. We've got some Concord grapes here we're harvesting. We put these organzo bags over them that keep birds from pecking at them. Yeah, absolutely delicious. Concords are a wonderful grape to grow here in Virginia. Native to America, low disease resistance. It's that classic grape jelly flavor. Here we have the peach, nectarine, and apricot orchard. So all different kinds of stone fruits. We got pluox over here. Gooseberries and goji berries and strawberries and all kinds of understory plants. Got a little path going here. Native strawberries on your left. Purple Wonder strawberries on your right. And we got the strawberry kush hemp here. So these are one of our nicer specimens here on the farm. Planetary buds. And we got our hemp growers registration, so legally growing, processing, and distributing hemp. And super grateful because it's a wonderful medicine, great for helping with sleep, pain management, anxiety management, and just an overall wonderful medicinal plant. Some nice butternut squashes gearing up in here. You can see this guy right here. These are really delicious. So hopefully we'll have some of those for our farm to table event. This is one of my favorite trees. This is called the spicy nectaplum. So it's actually a nectarine crossed with a plum. And it's just got this beautiful appearance to it. And we have mountain mint underneath to attract the pollinators. It's an interesting fruit over here we call the jujube. I'd like to show you that. The jujube, also known as the Chinese date, is fruiting here. And it's crunchy like an apple. And then when you dry it, it's sort of like a date. So, wonderful fruit. And then yeah, these watermelons are definitely worth noting. It's called the Alibaba, this variety, an old Middle Eastern variety. And it's one of our favorites here on the farm. But we have a lot of varieties of watermelon, from the Carolina Cross, which are like the massive ones, to the ice cream watermelons, to the White Wonder, the early Moonbeam, and of course the Moon and Stars. So lots of varieties here. I found the ones that are just doing well and just kept growing them. And yeah, so there's lots more I could show you. You'll just have to be here for the event though, or come for a farm tour sometime. So yeah, I encourage you to get your ticket for the event. Come visit us, Planetary Farms, get a produce box, visit us at the Purcellville Farmers Market, and just keep checking into our Facebook and Instagram, and you know, stay up to date with our videos on planetary awareness. And thanks for popping in, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.